My name is Kelly Clemons Jr. I'm 60 years old. I live in Crown Point, Indiana, and I'm the owner of Clemons Tree Experts. I've been exposed to the tree business all my life. My father was in the business, my two uncles. I used to go with my father on the weekends, starting when I was around 12 years old, to work on the ground as a ground man. And I worked with him out throughout the years before I went into my own business. When I was in high school, I worked for Bob's Tree Service in Lowell, Indiana. I was 16, and I got a driver's license so I could drive one of the trucks. And that's when I first started in a real job in the tree business. We used to climb all of our trees. I climbed for 30-some years before we got bucket trucks. I just thought it was fascinating when I was young, watching the guys climb around the trees, cutting them, and things would fall down on the ground. And it just kind of fascinated me, so I just ended up doing it. A good tree man is someone's got to have a little bit of brains about what they're doing. Got to have a lot of nerve, and you need to be taught by the older guys. You need a good teacher. I had a good teacher. My father climbed for 47 years. He's one of the best I've ever seen. Yeah. You need to be taught by the best, good people. You can't just jump out here and anybody can cut a tree, but it's got to be done safe and without damaging people's property. There's an art to it. There we go. We get the rest of her out now. I started my own business as a kind of a spin-off of my dad's business. My dad worked for private individuals. I wanted to clear roads and stuff with big equipment. And I kind of spun off of his business into the land clearing business, which I was still able to work with him too and do my own thing. And then I did that for about 20 years, and I sold out of the land clearing and stayed in the private end of it. Yeah, I cut my leg 2 years ago. I have never been hurt really bad. I've had dings and bruises and bumps and scratches. But I was cutting off a small stump with a big saw. And I was kneeled down. I had shorts on, which is really a no-no in tree business. And it was really hot, and I was getting tired, and I wanted to get this stump cut off, and it was a really small stump. And somehow or another, the saw hit something in the stump, and it kicked back and cut my leg from one side to the other and across into my other leg. I called for my wife, because she had just got to the job and was helping me rake, and I assessed it. I looked at it and put my hand on it and squeezed it shut and called for her to call an ambulance, or we needed to go to the hospital. And I just stood up, and I had a belt in my bucket truck, and I went out there and put a tourniquet on it. She was running around crazy trying to call an ambulance, this and that, and I said, well, let's just go to the hospital. We got in the truck and drove me there. But when I got there, and as bad as it was cut, it really wasn't bleeding too bad. They had a whole team of surgeons waiting for me when I got there, because they thought I had cut the vein. and he wasn't really bleeding, and the doctor said from the heat of the blade when it cut, cauterized the cut, and that's why I didn't bleed so much. So I got lucky in that aspect. I don't know how many stitches we got, but it was could have been life-threatening, but it missed my vein. First time I've really been hurt in 40-some years of tree business, 43 years of tree business. First time I ever got hurt. All the logging, all the big trees I've cut over the years, and 8-inch stump causes me to get hurt that bad. If it can cut me, all the years I've been doing it, they can get anybody. Chainsaws are non-forgiving. I'll always be in it, some shape or form. Hopefully someday I can come to Florida and stay down here and cut trees in the warm instead of cutting in the cold.